Hi guys, my name is Jamie Sullins and I am a star director with the Scentsy family of product. And our video today is not glamorous or beautiful or even fun. Today we're going to be talking about the compensation plan. Now, I said it's not glamorous and fun, but actually if you know how the compensation plan works, you can use that to your benefit to make a lot more money with Scentsy. So while the topic itself is not fun, making more money is. So let's dig right down into it. We need to talk about some vocabulary before we can even talk about the compensation plan. Now, the very first vocabulary word that you need to learn is frontline. So frontline simply means someone that is directly under you in the business model of Scentsy. Now, usually this is someone that you have personally sponsored or personally recruited. A few times though, that is not the case. Someone can reinstate underneath you. Let's say they used to sell Scentsy and they've decided to sell again. So you are not their actual sponsor. You're not the first person that signed them up, but they've decided to rejoin the company underneath you. So they would be frontline. Another situation where someone might be frontline to you, but you did not recruit them, is if you guys had someone in between you in the business and that person has left the business. Anyone underneath them has rolled up to you, so they are frontline. Now, when you're looking at reports, you can tell that someone is a frontline if your report says they are a level 1 to you. So that means that they are your frontline. Couple other words that you need to know. The difference between team and group. Now, this really doesn't play in to the compensation plan until you are a director, but I think it's essential that you understand what those words mean. So think of it like a big giant umbrella. Your entire group is your umbrella, but you can have things hanging off of this umbrella that are teams underneath. Now, each team has one director. So it's a director and everyone underneath them until there's another director. But a group can have many, many, many directors. So if you're watching this video and you are in my group, that means that you might have another director between me and you. But if you are on my team, that means that I am your only director. I am your director. So that means you're on my team. A couple other things that you need to know is PRV, personal retail volume. Now, most of you know this. In America, it is dollar for point. The only exception would be charity products or collegiate products. There's a difference there. But for the most part in America, PRV equals dollar to point. That stands for personal retail volume. Now, the other really important word that you need to know is wholesale. So you'll be looking at your reports and you'll see either team wholesale volume, TWV, or group wholesale volume, GWV. Wholesale is figured at 75% of retail. So it's really easy to figure out if you have a calculator. You just take your PRV times 0.75, because 0.75 is the same thing as 75%. So that's all you have to do to figure the difference between your PRV and your PWV, personal wholesale volume. All right, guys, now that we have those definitions all figured out and learned, let's talk about the compensation plan and how you can make more money with Scentsy. So I have some fun little pictures. I will tell you I am not an artist because this is our first picture. So this is a certified consultant. Now, most of you know what it takes to become a certified consultant. You just have to sell $1,000 of Scentsy. That doesn't matter if it takes you a week, if it takes you a month, if it takes you 3 months or more. Once you've sold $1,000 PRV, I should say 1,000 PRV, not $1,000. Once you've sold 1,000 PRV with Scentsy, you are now a certified consultant, and you will never go back to Essential, which is what you are when you first started. Now, certified consultants make 25% of their PRV. So let's say you had PRV of 1,000, you're gonna get a commission check of $250. Now, let's say that you now have a front line. Your front line sells 1,000 PRV. You sell 1,000 PRV. So together, you have 2,000 PRV, but we're concerned about wholesale volume because to become a lead consultant, let me backtrack for a minute. Let's talk about this right here. This is in your catalog, and it is the compensation plan. It's gonna tell you how to promote within the company. So to become a lead, let me show you how to read this. So this is your compensation plan. To become a lead consultant, which is what we're looking at right here, you need to have personal retail volume of 500, group wholesale volume of 1,000. That means you and everyone underneath you all together sell $1,000, and you need to have at least one active frontline. Now that's another word we didn't talk about. Active means that that person has put in at least a $200 order in that month. To become active, you have to do at least $200 in that month. Okay, let's go back to this. You sold 1,000 PRV. Your downline has sold 1,000 PRV. So your group wholesale volume is 1,500. Now how is that? 1,000, 1,000, that's 2,000 PRV. Remember, I said multiply that by 0.75. That gives you group wholesale volume of 1,500. Now, if you go back to this chart, it's going to tell you how to figure your commissions. So as we go back to this part right here, at lead consultant, keep going down. Commission from PRV is 25%. Now, bonus from personal wholesale volume. So your personal wholesale volume is your PRV times 0.75. Now you're going to take that number and multiply it by 0.022%. And then you get paid on frontline, essential, or certified consultants off their team wholesale volume. You're going to get paid 2% off of their team wholesale volume. So back to this. You're getting paid $250, which is your 25% off your commission. You're going to get a $15 bonus, which is that 2% off of your personal wholesale. And then down here, you're going to make $15 off this consultant because they're certified. You're making 2% off of their wholesale. That brings your check to $280. Now remember, when it was just you made $250. Now that you've promoted to lead, you get a little bit of a raise, not huge, but a little bit of a raise to $280. Now let's say you are working your hiney off and you are continuing to promote. Now, if you go back to that chart to make Star Consultant, you need to personally do 500. You need group wholesale volume of 2,500. And you need 2 active frontlines. So 2 of the frontline underneath you have to put in at least $200 that month. Let's look at this one. So again, you're still selling that $1,000, but look, we have 3 frontline now. Let's ignore this one for a moment. We have 3 frontline now. This one in the middle is a certified consultant, sold $1,000. Over here, we have an essential consultant. They have not sold their $1,000 yet, so they haven't promoted. But over here, you've had a promotion underneath you. This is a lead consultant. Now we talked about that last graphic, how that person achieved lead consultant, excuse me. So now notice that this person, their group wholesale volume or team wholesale volume, it's the same at this point, is a combination of those 2 together times the 75%. So you're still making $250 off your personal retail volume. You've now made a $30 bonus off your personal wholesale volume because you're making 4%. On essential and certifieds, you're making 4% off of their wholesale. So you're making $30 here, $16 here. But over here, we're not even looking at this person individually. We're looking at this as a team but you have a lead consultant, so you're making 2% off of their group wholesale volume. So you've made $23 there. Altogether, you've still sold the exact same amount and you have made $349. So look at that. You're doing the same amount of work in sales personally, and you're jumping from $250 to $349. Not too shabby, right? Now, just to prove a point, I want to show you how this keeps getting better. Now, this graphic is a little more complicated, but trust me, if you take it in baby steps, it's the exact same. This person is a superstar consultant. First, let's look at our chart, see what it takes to be a superstar consultant. Again, here's your superstar consultant and your requirements. $500 personally, group wholesale of $6,000, 3 active frontline that month, and then down here you can see how you're going to get paid. 25% on your commissions. Sorry, that's hard to see. 7% off of you and any essential or certified wholesale. 5% off of leads, 3% off of stars. Here we go. Superstar consultant. You've got a group here. I shouldn't use the word group because that's another term in the business. Let's say you've got a front lines team here, a single person here, a front lines team here, single person here, frontline team here. You've still done the same amount of work, 1,000 PRV. You've made that 250 off your retail, but now that 7% bonus makes your personal bonus $52.50. Now look at the bonuses that you're getting off of your downline. You've made $91.50 here. You've made $52.50 here, $54.25, $52.50, and $75 here. Look at that. You have sold the exact same amount of Scentsy, and your paycheck has more than doubled. It is to $628.25. You sold 1,000, you made $250. You sold 1,000, you made $628.25. So I hope this has shown you guys that there is value in recruiting. Now, will you see this instantly? Probably not. It can happen at times, but probably not. It's going to take a little bit of time to build a team, to build those numbers, and to make those promotions. But trust me when I say it's worth it. Now, I do want to point out something that a lot of people don't realize. Now, notice when I was looking at this compensation plan for a superstar consultant, as I went down the pay scale, when I get to frontline superstar consultant, that box is blank. If you have a downline, a front line that is the same title as you, until you hit director, you will not make money off of that person's team. Scentsy does this because they want you working super hard to promote past your front line. Now, once you hit director, that is not the case. So, again, I hope I've shown you a little bit about how the compensation plan works. I know this is a lot of numbers, a lot of data, a lot of information for you to figure out. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. I do plan on doing a video very soon on how to look at your numbers from the end of the month and figure out what your commission check will be. And I will be sharing that very soon. So again, if you guys have questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you're watching this and trying to decide if Scentsy is right for you, let me tell you that Scentsy has been the best decision that I ever made. I am a teacher by degree, so perhaps that's why I draw fun little stick people to teach you lessons. I was an elementary school teacher, and Scentsy has changed my life. It's given me financial freedom. It's given me personal freedom. But the legal department makes me say, these results are not typical. And I'm supposed to say this really fast like those commercials, but I can't do it. I do have an income disclosure statement that I'm happy to share with you if you will just ask for that. So thanks so much for watching. If you're looking to join Scentsy, I would love to be your sponsor and your mentor. Just shoot me a message and we can talk about how to make that happen. Thanks so much and have a sensational day.